Police search warrant! I'm in! Alright! Is everybody outside? Go, get him! Get him!
On October 12th, 2023, in Glendorado Township near Princeton, Minnesota, a drug search warrant erupted into chaos when a 66-year-old man opened fire on task force officers with a .223 rifle.
I think I hear him inside.
Yeah, Police search warrant, open the door! Do it now!
Yelling inside earlier.
Police search warrant, open the door! Door's locked. Ram. Police search warrant! Police search warrant! Go away! Come on now, sir! With your hands up!
Verbal contact.
You alright? You okay? Sir. Anyone hit? I'm hit.
I'm hit.
Alright. Let's get outside. Get outside.
Go.
Is everybody outside? Is everybody outside?
Where's Chris? Where's Chris? Right here.
You hit.
Where you hit? You hit?
Cross the leg.
We got two hits. Hey, get over here. Let's get behind the car. Hey, you're all right. You're all right.
The man inside was identified as 66-year-old Carl Thomas Hamburg, a suspected meth dealer. Officer Nick was the closest to this chaotic exchange, as a storm of bullets tore through his shield.
Police search warrant! Go away! Come on now, sir. Come on with your hands up! I'm hit! Anyone hit? Yep. Tourniquet.
Down, officer down.
Tourniquet.
I got you.
Now.
I got you. Where you shot?
Right arm.
I got you.
Yeah.
While Officer Nick was on the ground receiving first aid from fellow officers, the others who were injured were rushed in a squad car to a nearby ambulance for treatment.
Come on, guys. Let's go. You in? Yeah. Get in. Yeah, I'm going.
4505,
Hey, do you want to tell my van keys or somebody?
What? Yeah.
In a rural stretch of Benton County, just east of St. Cloud, what began as a routine operation quickly spiraled into one of the most intense confrontations law enforcement had faced in years. Officers from a multi-agency task force had gathered to serve a drug search warrant at the home of 66-year-old Carl Thomas Hamburg, a man already known to authorities for his suspected role in meth trafficking. On paper, this was supposed to be straightforward. Announce, secure, search, and arrest. But within minutes, it became a nightmare. Hamburg, armed with a .223 caliber rifle, chose violence. Instead of surrendering, he turned his home into a fortress, opening fire on the officers who had come to his door. The impact was immediate and devastating. 5 officers went down, not fatally, but wounded in the line of duty. Their protective gear, designed to shield them from danger, was no match for the relentless spray of bullets that tore through it. Radios crackled with urgency. Commands turned into cries for help. The scene that unfolded was chaotic, raw, and terrifying. Emergency calls raced through the airwaves, summoning backup, medical teams, and reinforcements. Ambulances lined the road, rushing the injured to safety. 3 officers were transported to North Memorial Hospital, while 2 more were taken to St. Cloud Hospital. By sheer fortune, all 5 survived, their injuries described later as non-life-threatening. But for their families, those hours must have felt endless, waiting for news, praying their loved ones would make it out alive. And while that relief was real, so was the disbelief. Because the man responsible, the man who had just unleashed gunfire on officers of the law, a man who had every reason to be considered a lethal threat, was taken into custody alive. This outcome stunned many. It defied the pattern America has grown accustomed to seeing. In countless other cases, individuals, often black men and women, have lost their lives during encounters with police for far less. Some were unarmed. Some were simply running. Some were in their cars, refusing to step out. Yet here was Carl Hamburg, accused of dealing meth, armed with a rifle, having shot 5 officers. And still, he survived to face a jury. That moment became more than just a headline about a violent morning in Minnesota. It became a mirror, reflecting deep and uncomfortable questions about policing in America, about race, about use of force, and about who gets to live after pulling the trigger.
Welcome back to the broadcast. I'm Tom Butler. We continue following breaking news north of the metro. 5 law enforcement officers have been shot and they have been rushed to the hospital. This happened in Glendorado Township, that's in Benton County, about 20 miles east of St. Cloud. The sheriff's office says it is being assisted by several public safety agencies on what is still an unfolding incident. Our Rob Olson is in Glendorado right now. He joins us live with the very latest. Rob, what have we found out? Good morning.
Well, we have confirmed here that a suspect has been taken into custody after this, what has been a massive law enforcement response here in Glendorado Township, as you mentioned, east of St. Cloud. And you can still see down the road here to the south of me, all the lights back there. Again, a huge law enforcement response, but also 5 officers injured in this. Non-life-threatening injuries is what we have been told. Show you some of the video here from this scene here this morning. Told this was a warrant serve at around 8 o'clock this morning at a home here near this township with multiple law enforcement agencies. Shots fired. Again, 5 officers injured, 3 taken to the hospital at North Memorial. Well, 2 taken to the hospital in St. Cloud. But again, I repeat, I am told non-life threatening injuries, but we don't know anything more than that in terms of the extent of those injuries, just non-life threatening. Told then within the last half hour or so, a suspect then who was in this residence here, taken into custody. We do not know his condition at this point. Shouldn't even say we know a gender. We just know that a suspect taken into custody at this home near Glendorado Township. Again, still a lot of agencies down there. We were just told that there will be a news conference coming up here. A time has not been set on that yet, but we were just informed here a moment ago that there will be a news conference coming up here shortly. Again, no time set on that to get more information about exactly what transpired, the conditions of these officers, which agencies they're from. Multiple agencies, though, involved in this morning. So a warrant being served that involves multiple agencies. So hopefully we'll find out more information about what sort of warrant, what the response was, and again, the nature of the injuries to these officers and the suspect that they have taken into custody. At this point, though, that is, even though still a lot of law enforcement here, that situation is resolved anyway, and things will start to wind down here a little bit. But a lot of more information here yet to come. Back to you.
As reporters raced to the scene, the story quickly grew beyond Benton County. Helicopters circled overhead, capturing images of a rural township transformed into a fortress of flashing lights and armed officers. Roads were blocked for miles. Neighbors were evacuated or told to shelter inside their homes, unsure if the gunfire might spill into their streets. The calm of small-town Minnesota was shattered. What shocked viewers at home was not just the scale of the response, but the way it ended. Carl Thomas Hamburg, a man who had fired a rifle at close range and struck 5 officers, was brought out alive. There was no barrage of bullets leveling the home, no tactical assault flattening everything in its path. Instead, he was placed into custody, handcuffed, and transported to jail. Even his wife, who was later arrested at the scene, walked out alive. Months later, in August of 2024, a jury returned its verdict. Hamburg was convicted on 16 counts, including 5 counts of attempted murder of law enforcement officers, as well as drug and assault charges. It was a sweeping conviction, the evidence against him overwhelming. And yet the trial became less about whether he was guilty and more about the glaring contrast his case revealed. Because this was not the first time America had seen a violent standoff with police. But it was one of the rare times where the suspect lived. And the question that echoed far beyond Minnesota was simple. Who is allowed to survive encounters with police? Time and again, body cam footage and witness videos from across the country have shown very different outcomes. Black men shot in the back while running. Black women killed during traffic stops. Teenagers holding knives gunned down within seconds. Entire homes riddled with bullets because an officer feared for their life. Families left to bury loved ones after encounters that should never have turned deadly. And yet here, a 66-year-old white man, armed with a high-powered rifle, willing to fire on law enforcement and proven capable of violence, walked out alive. The officers he injured survived. The community survived, and most striking of all, Hamburg survived. This isn't about whether he deserved due process. Every suspect should. It's about why that due process so often seems to depend on race. Why restraint is shown in one neighborhood, but bullets fly in another. Why a meth dealer with a rifle gets a trial, while an unarmed black driver gets a funeral. That is the uncomfortable truth this case forces us to confront. It is more than just a Minnesota story. It is a mirror held up to America's justice system, revealing a double standard that cannot be ignored. Restraint and negotiation for some, deadly force as the default for others. And that's the question I leave with you today. If Carl Hamburg had been a black man, would we be sitting here discussing a conviction? Or would we be grieving another life cut short? I want to hear what you think. Was this justice, or was this another reminder of the double standard we see time and time again? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because your voice matters in these conversations. And if you found value in this story, please take a moment to like this video, share it with others, and subscribe to the channel. Every single click helps push these untold stories into the spotlight, where they can't be ignored. Until next time, stay safe. Stay sharp, and keep searching for the truth they don't want you to see.